Audio Jungle.
Saturday edition of Vice and the Southeast Things on Flip TV. Of course, I don't need to introduce myself. Michael is the person you are seeing here. Quickly to what we have on the front pages of this journal, the New Telegraph and the Nation newspaper. Okay, how crashed helicopter pilot tried to save lives. Of course, there was a helicopter crash in Lagos State yesterday, or maybe precisely how crashed helicopter pilots tried to save lives. 3 crew members killed, elderly landlady. I was reading my Bible when crash happened. That's what the elderly landlady said. Yeah, crash occurred minutes before scheduled landing at MMA, that's the Murtala Mohammed Airport. Black box not yet found, says AIB. Ill-fated chopper flew in from Port Harcourt. Ill-fated chopper flew in from Port Harcourt. Buhari, Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu mourn the dead. On to the next one. Ondo State. My deputy wants to embarrass me with fake documents, says Akeredolu. Jimo Ibrahim joins APC, declares PDP dead in Ondo State. Northern Sons divided over NBA splinter group. Northern Sons divided over NBA splinter group. Let's run down to the New Telegraph newspaper. The major headline, it reads, UCH Ibadan now killing field. UCH Ibadan now killing field, says patients. UCH Ibadan now killing field, say patients. Relatives lament deplorable emergency service. We are doing our best. Government stakeholders should increase funding. Us that said hospital. Government stakeholders should increase funding, says hospital. Ondo Guba. I dumped APC due to Akeredolu's nepotism, says Ajayi. I dumped APC due to Akeredolu's nepotism, says Ajayi. You are concocting lies to malign me, says governor. The deputy governor trading word with the incumbent governor. Ajayi says he dumped APC due to Akeredolu's nepotism. Exit plan. Buhari hasn't performed. MPF Ohaneze Afenifere saying this here. Buhari hasn't performed. Say MPF Ohaneze Afenifere. Experts score president low. Experts score president low. All right, these are the stories we have on the front pages of this journal. Let's quickly join our reviewers for more talks. I'll be right back.
That yesterday incident that happened in Ikeja, maybe to be precise, around Salvation Road, is an unfortunate incident. And you see, death is inevitable. When it happens like this, there is nothing anybody can do. When things like this happens, it awakens our consciousness about where we are going when we leave this planet Earth. It awakens our consciousness for the need to reconcile ourselves back to God. Because according to the word of God, it said that after death comes judgment. Death is a necessary end for every human being on earth. It either comes like this or when the rapture will come. But that notwithstanding, my condolence goes to the families who have lost their loved ones, because it's a monumental loss. As you see the incidents, initially they said 2 died. 1 was taken to intensive care. I don't know the fate of the other one. But whatever happens, looking at that scenario, it shows you that they may be breadwinners of their families, their respective families. So it's unfortunate. I express my condolence to them. You see, in any case, I think the pilots they were professionals. So they know the right thing to do in such scenario. They must have done enough to save the situation in terms of saving life. Irrespective of the fact that at the end of the day, they lost their lives. But having said that, I think there is an accident investigating bureau that is always in charge when there is a crash. So anything any person is saying is speculative until the accident investigating bureau comes out with their findings. That is why when crash of this nature happens, the first thing that is being done is the cordon of the area, the environment, and ensure that vital part of the aircraft or the chopper is not tampered with, because it is with those things, those devices, they arrive at their findings, especially the voice recorder, which they call the black box. They make sure, I think that yesterday I saw when they removed those vital parts of the chopper, the voice recorder, which they call the black box, because it is with those device part of the aircraft that the investigators arrive at their findings. But having said that, I think above all, at that level of engagement, I think there should be insurance, life assurance for those pilots. If those ones are in place, I think to an extent it will help to ameliorate the loss those families would have suffered, because it is a monumental loss, I must tell you that. To be quite honest with you, to forestall future occurrence, it is one of the major reasons there is need for investigation. Because by the time you investigate an accident, the cause of an accident, the remote and immediate cause, and you come out with your finding, it will be available for others who are in the field, who are in that sector, to study and know where they may have gotten it wrong, where they may have made mistake, what they needed to do that they didn't do. It is based on that investigation that they can use to study and forestall likely future occurrence. So in a nutshell, the investigation is needed. That is the basis of which you can forestall future occurrence.
And it's currently going on.
No, normally in any situation like this, that is it may take some time before they come out with their finding, but eventually.
Why don't they investigate before incident?
Like I heard a professional talking yesterday on channel. He said even before now that all those aircrafts in Nigeria, that they make sure they have all the necessary license, and they even go above the standard they needed to go to make sure that those aircrafts are fit to fly. Like I said, accident is unfortunate. When it happens like this, you cannot apportion blame. You can only wait for the investigation to run through, and we see the outcome of the investigation. We know what actually caused it. The way it stands now, anything anybody is saying is speculative and is subject to investigation before we can unravel what transpired that led to that crash. This is somebody who defected from the ruling APC, All Progressive Congress, to PDP in the bid to become their flag bearer, to become their standard bearer. A few days after joining PDP conducted his primary.
That's in Ondo State.
Yes, and he was not able to clinch to the ticket of the party. This man suddenly donned the party and went for Zenith Labour Party. So I see a man who has inordinate ambition. That is without prejudice to his right to contest, his eligibility, because he has that right to contest. But having said that, I think he's full of confidence, because for somebody who just left his party to another party, could not get the ticket,
Leaving his party,
jumping from party to party,
leaving his boss, Akeredolu, to another party,
No, I think it's an ambition that is driving him. But jumping from party to party, I think there is something that's giving him confidence. Don't forget that the Labour Party he has gone to now, the Zenith Labour Party, the leader is the former governor of that state, in the person of Mimiko. And don't forget that Mimiko single-handedly won his election based on his popularity. Mimiko single-handedly won his election based on his popularity. So I think he wants to ride on the popularity of Mimiko to that lofty position of the executive governor of Ondo State. That having said that, if I look at the accusation, the allegation the deputy governor is making against the incumbent governor, that about his nepotism, about that totalitarianism, I think I saw what the deputy governor said. I read about it. He said the man is running a family business, a situation where the wife is involved in the government, the son is the one that the son is a contractor to the state government, to the extent that he's a consultant in charge of tax. Those allegations are weighty. If they are true, I think it is not healthy for democracy. I'm not saying they are true, because the governor is raising alarm that the deputy governor has gone to a printing press in the state capital to roll out some documents which he might faked to smear him, to blackmail him. But if what the deputy governor, if those allegations are true, I think it's not healthy for democracy, because a situation where you are the governor, your wife is deep neck in the governance of that state, your son is deep neck in the governance of that state, I don't think it is healthy for the democracy, our democracy, and I don't think it amounts to transparency. I don't think, because in any state there are eggheads. If those allegations are true, I think there are necessary government agencies that are saddled with the responsibility of investigating such issues. They should swing into action and investigate it. And where there is an infraction, they should ensure that somebody is prosecuted, because that is what we make our democracy to evolve and to grow to a better height.
We have something here.
As it stands today, there are so many areas where I feel the president have not performed up to expectation of Nigerians. There are some areas where the government have actually given us his words on how he wants to deliver. So there are so many key areas where Mr. President need to buckle up, like area of security. Insecurity is the brain of Nigerian problem currently. You don't need hypothesis to decipher that. It is already a known fact. So I think, like everybody all the stakeholders in this country have been calling, the president need to rejig the security architecture. He need to start the service chiefs, and we want Mr. President to hand over a country that is working to another dispensation, because there is a threat that the economy will go into recession. We don't want Mr. President to hand over economy that is in recession to another president. So I think the economy needs to be revamped. We need a better security. We need a better infrastructure, so that any government that is coming in will come in and take off from a good note. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mike Adekunle, and thank you to our esteemed viewers. I remain Samson David. That's a very, very vital question, in the sense that I think the president should think outside the box. Very well, if I were the president, this is the sign, is a wake-up call for me to think outside the box, because you cannot continue to work with so-called politicians. Politicians don't think outside the box. Why don't you absorb technocrats into your cabinet? You can see how many technocrats look at the president's cabinet. Just like the previous government, you have Okozi Ikwejewala, who is not a politician. You have Femi Akinwumi Adesina, who is the chairman of African Development Bank. These people, these people are now making waves. You can see yesterday, Akim Adesina was being elected as the president of African Development Bank. So you can see all these persons in the presidential government. He worked with what? He also worked with our former president, worked with Minister of Power then, which happens to be C0ND0L3, a good man in such sector. So you can see every person that made up this government appointment, they are all politicians. So on that aspect, I don't think a politician which has interests cannot give out what he does not have. So I think it is high time for the president, he should rejig the system. He should also rejig the ministerial slot and let absorb, and then it should reshuffle them. It should, because things are not working well. That's like what I said. I said for the economy to like thrive high, you need what? Investors. Mr. Makadekule, investors are leaving our country every day and then. Investors are leaving our country. Investors are not coming in. Why? Because you cannot come and invest your money in a country that is not secure. That is the thing. So that is not good. You don't need a pastor to tell you. Our system is not working. Pastor said something now. He said that I cannot score you can't score the president low in some. He said I cannot score the president low in some areas. The president should be scored low in every sector. Pastor should come and tell me in which of the sector as the president perform. According to, I'm a political scientist. According to Thomas Hobbes, he said politics is a game of interest based on ideology. But this ideology factor in Nigeria, it should be what erased, because politics here in Nigeria is a game of what? Interest. I think the deputy governor gave his reasons why he decamped from APC.
Is it because of nepotism?
I don't think that should be the cause. The reason why he decamped is because he also wants to clinch the ticket of the governor. That is my own reason. I think he also wants to clinch the ticket and become the governor. If he has to do with nepotism, he should have decamped a very long time. If he has to do with the issue of nepotism, when he decamped, why should he also contest? So coming now to tell us because of nepotism, to me, I think that is not fair. And then again, Governor Akeredolu has performed so poor. As I saw on Thursday, Ondo State Tertiary Institution, Akungba, Ondo State University, Akungba, their school fees was how much? Was close to like 150,000 naira, because the state election is so fast approaching. He had to reduce it to how much? Just to 50,000 naira because of what? Politics. Because he wants to gain the what? Interest of the common man. So I don't think at this point he himself, Aketi, Aketi and the current deputy government chairman, their chances in the state is what? It is very slim. I see Jegede of the People's Democratic Party clinching.
And our viewer in abroad and Nigeria. See, last time I told you that PDP is the solution of Nigeria. Because if you check the people in PDP, they have masses at heart. They have pity in Nigeria, not APC. APC is a wicked party. If you check the people there, that's from the top, Buhari, and the second vice president. So I believe PDP, right from time 16 years PDP rule, I was okay with my family. But since APC enter, I've been paying NEPA bill 40,000, 30,000. So definitely APC are wicked. In Ondo State, I told you, after Obaseki win governorship in Edo State, automatically in Ondo State, PDP will win. That's what I mean. I believe in PDP because the people there, they are Christians and good Muslims. That's what I mean. They are not wicked like the way APC wicked. Everything that from the 5 years APC enter, we have been suffering. Is it insecurity? Is it economy? Is it, what are you going to talk about? So automatically the people there in APC are wicked. That's what I mean. I don't believe on them struggling in Ondo State. Akeredolu, after all, one man march. Tinubu did not support Akeredolu. Tinubu did not support Akeredolu when he came in. Automatically the APC are disarray in Ondo. But I told you, after I do election, we will not determine Ondo. That way Edo will determine who is going to win Ondo. If I don't believe APC to win Ondo, APC cannot win Ondo already. There's infighting in the house, right from presidency. I don't understand me. So I don't believe APC in Ondo. I believe PDP will win. You know why? Let me tell you, people say, I always call PDP. Go back, take a look at back. When Jonathan was there, free people meter. I don't understand me. Now, Buhari is there now. Imagine you are paying people meter 48,000 naira, and you still pay extra 10,000 naira charges. Where do you get that money? It's a corruption. Everything of this government, corruption. Is it killing? What are they going to preach? You know, tell the voters. Is it security? Is it food? Is it economy? Everything disarray. Anyway, let me tell you, I sent a message yesterday to our platform. The line Mohammed said, we need the Ghana government. Did you remember that Ghana must go? What they try to Ghana? If your government cannot secure your people here in Nigeria, what do you expect other world to say? So automatically, PDP will win Ondo. Deputy governor, my brother, my comrade, deputy governor fighting with this is just like Oshomola and Obaseki. Oh my God, I scored them 6% because one, a government that cannot address the people. Oh my, it's zero because let me tell you why.
That's ridiculous.
Is the economy? Are you talking about? Is it health? Are you talking about? Is it security? Are you talking about? No, just tell me the area. Is it corruption? No, tell me. Our score is zero because one.
Thank you so much.
Yes, score is zero.
The handwriting is on the wall is very, very clear for everybody to see. And whoever that come and stand, I'm talking about the goodness of this government. Definitely, that particular person is an evil human being. That person don't like truth. What we are experiencing now as a citizen of this country, is doom. It's complete doom, failure, confusion, hatred, divided all over the whole place. Many people do not believe in Nigeria any longer. And people do not have shore in Nigeria again. But during the time when the man was campaigning, he promised that his father for everybody, father that will carry everybody along. He promised us security. He promised us that children will eat in the school. Even as a father, he don't have money to feed their child to go to school, but when they get to school, they will eat there. They are coming back, they will eat. The campaign make everything easy for us, but today what we are seeing is only one agenda, and I will explain the agenda. The agenda is to Islamize Nigeria, killing, grabbing of land, bribing the traditional rulers, and he refused to collect the bribe. We are in soup. I know my age now, and I've been following this country right from child. The Nigerian 80s is better than the Nigerian 90s. The Nigerian 90s is better than the 2000, and we don't know the next one.
Are you blaming this present government for the failure of Nigeria?
The present government made the thing worse. The past government is a little better than this present government. This present government now make everything worse.
But there's no government that has come that Nigerians have not complained about.
Yes. Let me explain something for you. If you have 4 children, you know, children, all of them have their attitude. Understand me? But among one of them, we have a dubious attitude more than other ones. Example, other governments are not doing well, but this particular government, we haven't seen the type of killing in this government like other governments. The key problem now is the killing. The killing in this government is too much. It's rampant everywhere. The killing is everywhere. In the north, in the west here, in the east here, everywhere is killing. So I want to use this platform to plead for Nigeria. Let Nigeria come out and speak. You see, something happened. When somebody die in America, Nigeria is protesting for only one person in America that killed in America. But today Nigeria are dying like a fly, but no Nigeria have come out and protest.
That occurred yesterday. It's quite unfortunate. But then we can say nothing since it's not within, of course, within reach to control. So it's quite unfortunate that we are recording another set of death within the Nigerian state.
Now, to the topic of today, we have some bodies scoring the administration of President Buhari low in performance. Your take on it?
Okay, for people who, are scoring the sitting president in person of Muhammadu Buhari low, well, they may have their indices and it may not be far from realities. Of course, I haven't seen his antecedents and the current position and his body language suggests that he's not serious and is not ready for the issue of governance. He was just there to while away time. Of course, APC has failed. Of course, Buhari, Nigeria is dead. In Buhari, of course, it's not a surprise. I heard Lucky crying, shouting. I was surprised if he is bullying the Mr. President. This is a man who believes in one Nigeria. Nigeria as an entity is not longer working. It is high time we accept the truth and search the way forward. It's why if a system that does not allow free and fair, equity to strive, how do you expect progress? Of course, for you to have progress, you must have security. You must assure the security of your people before you can attract development, even from the international communities. And without that, you will more or less be making an empty noise. So for me, Buhari has just wasted 5 years or 6 years of existence as a nation, and it's quite unfortunate for the Nigerian state. I hope they will learn very fast. For instance, of course, if we must go ahead, if we must move ahead, we must rejig our electoral system and, of course, get things right.
All right, and yeah, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of Bias in the Southeastern. Make sure you join us next week, Monday, on the same channel. Michael Adekunle still remains my name. Behind the camera, Festus Olabukomi. You can join us on our social media handles displayed on the screen. You can also join me on Facebook, Michael Temitayo Adekunle. Instagram, Adekunle Michael Temitayo. Have a good weekend, everybody.